Welcome to your weekly palate cleanser.
This coffee's hitting right.
Fucking hope it's not coffee. Oh, I see the beer can.
Yummy coffee.
That looked like just a bunch of fucking foam that you just poured into your coffee cup.
Mmm.
Mmm.
Foam.
Delicious. All right, I need to move you back so I don't look like a cross-eyed freak.
You always look like that. I just never told you until now.
That's rude. That is actually disrespectful.
I thought it was cute.
Like cross-eyed.
Yeah.
Listen, I really don't know if we can be friends anymore. I just really don't.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah.
We've been friends since kindergarten now?
Nope, grade 1.
Oh, yeah, grade 1.
Get it right.
Get it right, get it tight. In grade 1.
Get it tight in grade 1.
That means you had Miss Ritchie or something? No, Miss Ritchie was like grade 3.
I remember her, though. She had, like, the big curly hair.
No, that was Miss Lawson.
Oh, yeah, it was. Miss Ritchie was, like, the short old lady.
Yeah, she was grumpy.
She was a grumpy old bitch.
That was a little bit of puke. And that's that on acid reflux.
Oh my god, please put that at our beginning and then play our little jingle.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, where Amber just fucking puked almost.
Oh no. We're setting the tone for this episode, aren't we?
That was chef's
All
kiss.
right, hot cheese.
Try that again.
No.
All right, hot cheese.
What's your story?
What made you think of hot cheese?
I don't know. I'm hungry. I want nachos.
We had nachos last night. They were delicious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Homemade or did you go out?
So we went to this really nice restaurant. Well, it's not nice. It's like a pub, kind of. But there's a lot of locals that go there. But it's really good food, good drinks. And we went there and it was packed. It was somebody's like 50th birthday or something. And so yeah, we had to wait like 45 minutes for a table. So I said to Nick, I'm like, can we just, because all we wanted was their nachos. We just wanted to go in, get some nachos, come home and have some drinks. So I'm like, can we just order the nachos to go? And then she's like, yeah, for sure. And then,
like, please, get the fuck out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. And she had this.
We're busy as fuck.
Yeah, they have this thing where if you want to get the nachos, you can literally, like, I don't even know how to. I'm so bad at explaining things. I can't even think of what I'm trying to say right now.
A brain fart.
Wow, that was great. Okay, so I got it. They give you all the ingredients for it, and then you go home and you put it in the oven yourself.
Oh.
I don't know why I was having such a hard time fucking thinking of that. Damn.
Because then you don't get home and they're all fucking soggy.
Yeah, so they literally give you like a container full of nachos and cheese, and we got some pulled pork on the side. Pulled pork on nachos is chef's kiss.
Yeah, fucking pulled pork. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Delicious.
Oh my god, now I really want nachos.
All right. You ready for this shit?
Yeah. Fuck me up.
Am I going first?
Of course.
Ugh. Fine.
I went first
Fine.
last week.
Oh, we're keeping
I can go
tabs
first.
now? We're keeping tabs now.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
You made me feel bad now, so I'll go first.
Okay. Sorry. Go. This coffee's hitting me.
I bet.
But
All right, you ready for this shit?
shit it up.
I don't think you're ready for this shit.
Shit on my porch. Let's do it.
Shit on my porch. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Shat in my kitchen. Let's do it. All right. So my first one is I'm going to go with Am I the Asshole? I tried to do it with my other hand, but I had my phone in my hand. Just looked like I was playing the trumpet. Okay. Hold on. I need to switch ears. There we go. Am I the asshole for sending my neighbor a ransom note?
No. Immediately no.
Immediately no. I already know.
Neighbors
Oh my
suck, I
God.
know.
I already know.
Anyway.
Yeah, they really do. Am I the asshole for sending my neighbor a ransom note? A couple weeks ago, my next door neighbor left a note in my mailbox. Apparently, our trash carts were mixed up and he wanted his back. Which is fine, but he wasn't exactly polite. The note read, "You have my trash cart. The city assigns everyone a specific trash cart for a reason. I expect it returned in good condition." First of all, I don't know where this guy lives, but he calls his garbage can a trash cart.
That's some old person shit.
I was going to say, is that weird or no?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Anyways, for reference, my neighbor is older, probably in his 70s. We get along fine when we moved in. We got along fine when we moved in. We saw him and his wife almost every day. We would say hi and chat, and they always got our son something for his birthday. Things kind of went south. Sorry. Tickle in my throat. Tickle in me throat. Here.
Here.
Pinky's up.
Pinky's up now, you hear?
Things kind of went south about 2 years ago. Our house was built in the early 90s and was starting to look its age. We did a new stucco. What's that?
This has got to be in Europe or some shit. I don't know.
People, let us know what a stucco is. I have no idea. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't.
Two things that I'm not sure of so far. Trash cart and stucco.
I need to find out where this person lives.
Yeah.
Where was I? We did a new stucco, windows, and doors. So now we have what looks like a new contemporary home next to their home, which now looks worse than it did by comparison. I think this bothered them. Before the remodel, they would come out and say hi just about every time they saw us. After the remodel, the only time we spoke was when they happened to be coming or going at the same time. Maybe once a month, if that. So back to the story, after getting this note, I made a ransom note. I cut letters and words out of my wife's magazines to write this. Creepy shit.
That's some murderer shit.
Right?
Okay.
So then the note reads, I have your trash cart. If you want to see it again, if you want to see it alive again, you'll do exactly as I say. Meet me at the bridge at midnight. No funny business. If I so much as smell a cop, you'll find your cart floating in the river.
What
Signed Anonymous.
Okay. Why would they do that?
I don't know. I thought it was funny. I thought he might even think it was funny. But the next day when I was leaving for the gym, he comes out and says, "You're a real asshole, you know?" I was a little surprised, so I laughed, which I think made him even more mad. I just replied, "Sorry, man, just making a joke. Let me get your trash can. They're identical as best as I can tell." But apparently he was pretty attached to his.
Okay.
So the vote is he's not the asshole. Which
really?
I agree, though. Like, I thought it was funny. Puts a ransom note. I have your trash cart. If you want to see it alive again, you'll do exactly as I say.
I don't know if you got that, and then so you sent a letter to your neighbor saying you want your trash can back.
Yeah.
And then you got that in return. Would you think it's funny?
Oh yeah, I would.
Really?
I mean, it depends what neighbor though, because if we're talking about the neighbor I got into a fight with a couple weeks ago, I would not think it was funny. But if we're talking about the neighbors that I have beside us on each side,
like
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be like weirded out, like what the fuck? I would be like, okay, this neighbor's psycho. Sending me a fucking murder letter.
At first, I would be a little bit creeped out and be like, what the fuck? And then I would probably think it was funny.
Yeah. I was also thinking, like, why would he want his garbage can back so bad? And this is the only, like, thing I can think of is maybe he has his house key, like a spare, taped up underneath.
Maybe. That would be kind of a dumb spot for it, though.
That is true.
They kind of... They're getting, like, lifted up by, like, garbage men and, like, garbage trucks, and they're getting blown around in the wind.
That's my 5th key this week. Or this... No.
That's my
garbage doesn't come 5 times a week.
How many times did the garbage guys come in New Brunswick? Damn.
I messed up. She fucked up. Any comments to go with that one?
No, they weren't like...
Wow. Hella interesting.
Wow, look at that comment. No, they weren't like crazy. But the vote was he's not the asshole. People were agreeing with him, thinking it was funny.
I don't know. Like, if they know this neighbor is not serious. So.
Okay, well, think about it with you, though. Like, if they know this neighbor is serious. If you swap trash cans with your neighbor and you wrote them a note saying to give it back, and they wrote you something like that, how would you feel?
I'd probably feel like they're making fun of me.
Really? I think you're thinking too much into it.
No, I would literally be like, they're literally making fun of me for wanting my trash can back.
I don't know. I think
you would take it as a joke?
Yeah, I think you're just a sensitive bitch.
Maybe.
I'm always okay, like ready to
I'm always ready to fucking fight the neighbors, dude.
Oh, don't even get me started on fighting the neighbors.
I'm kidding. Some neighbors are nice. It depends. Okay, let's just say it depends on which neighbor.
Yeah, okay. Concluded.
Concluded. All right. Well, I got a today I fucked up for you.
We love these.
Okay. Today I fucked up by throwing my steak out a window.
Steak?
Steak. Food.
All right, cool.
Okay. So last night, my wife's boss from her brand new job invited us over for dinner. On the drive over, my wife reiterated many times to me just how important it was to make a good impression. I scoffed and arrogantly informed my silly wife that I would always make a good impression. My wife's boss is a single lady in her 50s, so it was just the three of us. We chit-chatted over drinks, salads, and we seemed to be really hitting it off. She laughed at my well-timed, perfectly appropriate jokes, and my wife seemed pleased. Soon she brought over the main course, a nice big juicy steak for each of us. As I began to cut into the steak, I was discouraged to discover how undercooked the steak was. Now, I've had my fair share of rare steak. I prefer medium, but I can handle rare. This was several minutes on a hot grill short of rare. I probably could have resuscitated the cow had I tried.
Ew.
Yeah. Instead, I sat there fidgeting around with my knife and fork, worrying about how I was going to get away with not eating the steak. Claim veganism? No, I'd already been so enthusiastic upon receiving the steak. Just then, our hostess excused herself to the kitchen to take care of some dessert preparations. As I looked across the fancy dining room table at the open window of this third-story apartment, a cartoon light bulb appeared above my head. I knew I had to be decisive, realizing that she could return at any moment. I committed. I grabbed the steak with my hand, gently shook off the juice, and executed a perfect throw right through the center of the open window. Here's the big time fuck up. The window wasn't open. It was the cleanest.
No.
Yeah, it was the cleanest freaking window you've ever seen in your life. That is, until my mostly raw slab of steak slammed up against it and slowly slid down, leaving a trail of bloody juice in its wake. My wife, whose steak was a nice medium rare and was unaware of my predicament, turned, jaw dropped, and stared at me like I was an alien from another planet. This look slowly morphed into a more of a there is no place on this planet you could ever hide from me expression of demonic anger. My wife's boss heard the thud of the steak on window impact and came quickly. She looked and she took in the scene, the steak sitting on the windowsill, the blood trail, my empty plate, and then gave me an inquisitive, puzzled look. I just didn't know what to say. It felt like a minute of silence, but it was probably like 3 or 4 seconds. Finally, the best I could manage was, I'm so sorry. I'm such a klutz. I don't know. I was just cutting it and it slipped. Just ask my wife. I really am a klutz. Right, honey? No help coming from that from that direction. I'll clean it up. I can't believe this. I'm so sorry, etc., etc. Both women continued to stare at me like I had escaped from the loony bin as I smeared the blood around with the window with my cloth napkin, dusted off the steak, and continued to mutter my incoherent explanation. I knew no one was buying the story. I knew what I had to do. I sheepishly returned to my seat and proceeded to eat every bite of that disgusting, cold, chewy, bloody raw steak. I remained pretty quiet the rest of the evening. My wife's only 2 words from me since the innocent incident are, I'm fine.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know
But he
damn
did
well
receive,
she's not fine.
yeah. But he did receive a text from his wife saying, good news. Boss's name and I just had a good laugh of how much of a fucking idiot you are. I hope you know you'll never live this down. Love you, you moron.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, that's like super fucking embarrassing.
So hold on,
And
let me get this straight. Was he at the boss's house or?
yeah,
Oh my god, wouldn't it would have just been so much easier to just been like, hey, like, this cow is this steak is still alive.
yeah. Somebody says, why don't you just say your stomach hurt, or just like say, do you mind throwing this back on the grill for a minute?
Exactly. There's so many other solutions than chucking it out the window.
Without like discussing with your wife or anything. You just fucking out of nowhere grab your steak off your fucking plate and toss it.
There was so many other solutions. He was like in that fight or flight moment and he chose flight.
He's like, this will make a lot of sense. And someone says, one question, OP. Let's say the window is open and the steak is gone. She returns a minute later. What do you tell her? You devoured it?
Yeah, you fucking literally just took it and inhaled the steak. Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. So someone says, and then she finds a weird outdoor steak outside,
Yeah.
like her apartment.
Not even that, like, hopefully a dog would have picked it up or something before she saw it. Fuck.
Oh my god.
It would have
You
been
know what though? Like, it's so ballsy to make steak for people.
Yeah.
Like, you made steak for people and you didn't ask how they like it done?
Oh my god. It's just
That's the other side of things. Like,
yeah.
that's a ballsy meal to make for people you don't really know.
True. Very true. Just make like chicken. Something simple.
But we're not going to take the attention off of him chucking a steak at a closed window. Like, who the fuck does that?
I Oh my god. I would have rather have taken the embarrassment of asking them to put it back on the grill or saying my stomach hurts than the embarrassment of my steak hitting the window
I
and
know.
leaving like blood down the window.
Imagine he's like, I cleared it. And then it just,
He was probably feeling so confident about this plan. He's like,
that
yeah,
was the best
the window's
throw
open.
I've ever had of my life. That window's closed.
He was probably so confident, like just like picked up the steak, looked at the window a few times, and just like fucking.
I got this.
No, he probably frisbeed it, and it went just fucking splattered against the window, and it just like slid down.
Imagine being the wife, like, you good, bro?
Oh my god,
We were having such a great time.
Oh my god.
Nobody knew you didn't like your steak. You could have just voiced that.
You could have just said, hey, can you throw this on the grill for a couple seconds more?
And also, no matter how much you shake off your fucking steak, it's gonna leave some splatter when you're like still throwing it. It's gonna be like whipping steak juice everywhere. Like, only men would fucking think
He
of
just
that.
didn't want to leave a fucking steak juice trail out the window. If it actually made itself out the window, which it did not.
And imagine being that lady. You just hear the slide and you come out and the steak's like under the
Slowly
window.
sliding down the window.
Everybody good in here? And then he just says he's clumsy. Like, I'm trying to think, like, how would you cutting and then you just
You just fucking like full arm spasm just fucking across the window. So random. So weird. Oh my god, that was a good one though. Okay. I did a Am I the Asshole before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have another Am I the Asshole because they're just so good.
I know, I love that subreddit.
I love Am I the Asshole. So this one's called Am I the Asshole for Moaning?
Never.
Never. Depends on the situation.
Yeah. If you're on the city bus, maybe.
Ooh, yeah, don't moan on the city bus. I need to know if I'm the asshole or if this is a hill I should die on. I've never heard that term before.
No?
No. Have you?
Should I die on this hill? No?
Are you making that up?
No, I've heard it before.
I've never heard that before.
She's hidden under a rock.
A rock. I really am, though.
She's like, what hill?
Anyways. I don't remember the beginning starting this weird. My 34 male wife's 34 female Anna always bragging about what a great baker her grandmother is. Edna.
Edna.
That reminds me of The Incredibles. Edna Mode.
Oh, yeah. Scott's grandma's name's Edna, so it just gives me grandma vibes.
Oh my god. Granny vibes. She used to own an award-winning bakery. We were at my wife's late Aunt Helen's wake. It was a small gathering. Edna brought along what was apparently Helen's favorite pie that Edna made. It was a chocolate pie. That sounds really good.
Chocolate pie's the best.
I don't think I've ever had chocolate pie.
Chocolate pudding pie?
No, that sounds good.
No? Oh my god, it's so good.
I lost where I was. Shit.
It's basically putting pudding in a pie shell.
Oh.
It's so good.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, now I want that.
Where was I? Shit. Anna offered me a slice, and I turned it down as I'm not a fan of such food. For a second, I thought it said I'm not a fan of such good food. I was like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, good food? No, not my
Nah.
style.
Good food? Nah, not for me.
Nah.
Turns out Edna makes the best chocolate pie you have ever had. Ever.
Oh.
Emphasize on the ever.
Okay, Edna.
I can see
That's
why
something
it was
to be proud of.
Right? I agree. I can see why it was Aunt Helen's favorite. I made a sound to express how delicious I found the pie. However, Edna just stared. I didn't think much of it as we are at a wake, and it's not a joyful event. I then asked my wife if it would be okay if I tried some of the whipped cream to enjoy with the pie. She silently passed me the cream. I know I made
it so weird.
I know I made another sound, but it was just a nice sound.
Okay. I feel like all these sounds are normal, aren't they not? I go when something's good. I'm like,
keep in mind we're at a wake.
That's when someone's dead, right?
Yes.
Not born. They're not waking up. Whose wake is it? Edna's?
It is Edna's the one that makes the pie. Edna's not dead making fucking chocolate pie.
Okay, so it's not dead granny pie, it's alive granny pie. It's all it's
Oh, let me
information I
see.
need to know.
Whose wake is it? His wife's Aunt Helen's wake.
Okay.
We good?
Edna's alive.
Edna, the pie maker, is alive.
Okay. I'm like, how fresh is this pie if she's dead?
Oh my god, okay, I need to find where I was now.
Sorry.
Oh my god. That was good. Okay, so we're at the part where his wife silently passed him the cream.
Oh, right.
I know I made another sound, but it was just a nice sound. Again, to show my pleasure. Edna soon left the table and my wife followed. I assumed for grieving reasons. On the car ride home, my wife told me that I made her 94-year-old grandmother so uncomfortable as I was moaning loudly and repeatedly at the table. My wife said it was over the top and her grandmother called it vulgar.
Oh.
I told my wife I was not moaning sexually over the pie. However, she did not believe me as she said I moaned... She did not believe me as she said I moaned harder after she passed me the whipped cream and I made a scene at the wake moaning sensually over chocolate pie and whipped cream while licking my lips and fingers. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Is this a crime?
I was gonna say that. Like, I find it endearing. Like, oh, my pie's good.
Well, I guess he was moaning like sexually. I don't know.
Oh, my pie is good.
My pie is... It's making something else happy.
Also, like he said wife, so have you not moaned over food in front of your wife before?
Apparently, his 94-year-old grandmother, Edna, felt uncomfortable that he was moaning over her pie.
What the fuck?
As she was telling me this, she got a text from her brother, apparently joking about the erotic pie, and it made her more pissed at me.
Okay, he must have sounded like pretty sexual then.
He must have. I don't know. I honestly don't see how I am the asshole or if she is just grieving and making up reasons to fight. I know I made some sounds, but they were sounds you make when something is delicious. It was a moan to express pleasure of the pie, clearly not to indicate my arousal. I was not aroused by the pie. Am I the asshole here? Should I apologize?
The amount of times that he had to specify that he was not aroused by the pie.
And then there's an edit.
That's so embarrassing.
There's an edit.
Okay.
I will not be asking Grandma Edna for the recipe. The poor lady will think I'm wanting it for unholy reasons.
Oh my god. American Pie kind of shit.
I have taken accountability for the way my moans made my wife, her brother, and grandmother feel. I moan too loud and too often. This wasn't meant to be a funny post, but I'm glad it made some laugh. Thank you for your time and the awards.
You know what I was gonna say? Obviously, his moans don't sound like moans.
Yeah, I will be more reserved.
They sound
concerning
like
moaning in public
moans.
from now on. Yeah, they sound like you must be moaning pretty sexual to get more than one person to comment on your moans.
Yeah, he definitely needs to Google yummy. No, he doesn't need to Google yummy.
Where were you going with that? Yummy what?
I was gonna say He needs to Google yummy moans. But
some weird ass porn is gonna pop up.
It's Edna with 2 pies.
She puts some on her tits.
That's why she felt so weird. She's like, did he see my Pornhub?
Oh my god, you dirty, dirty fucking Edna. Dirty girl.
She's the real sinister one here.
94 years old, and she's the fucking porn star here.
Yeah, she's got the pie. She's got the good pie.
She got that cream on her titties.
Yikes.
Yeah, so that was another Am I the Asshole?
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I was excited to read that one. I was like, Amber's gonna get a kick out of this one.
Yeah. I want like a sound sample of what he sounds
Yeah,
like,
I really want
so
to
we
know.
can make our own fucking conclusion.
I really want to know, like, how bad it was. It must have been bad for multiple people.
3 people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a, this is good.
Well, this is good. Hey, Edna.
Hey. Can you pass me the cream?
And she's just like, oh god. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Moving on.
Before it gets too vulgar.
We already went into Pornhub. Oh, she got vulgar.
Oh my god.
All right, so the most outlandish thing I have ever seen go down in public.
What group is this?
It says Clan Spanker.
Is this run by Edna?
Oh no, Edna. Edna's subreddit, Clan Spanker. Oh no. Yeah, that's who it's written by, not the group name.
It's just the profile pic is Edna holding chocolate pies in her hands.
2 pies over her titties.
She's like spraying whipped cream in her mouth.
Chocolate. You want some chocolate?
What are they selling? Chocolate. Oh my god.
Okay. So this is from Ask Reddit.
Can you read that title again? I got sidetracked by Edna and her pie titties.
I know, Edna's naughty. The most outlandish thing I've ever seen go down in public.
Outlandish. Okay. Curious.
This is seriously outlandish. I doubt you've seen this in public either.
I was gonna say, like, I can tell by your face that this is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Buckle in.
Buckle
in. So here we go. As a man that has reached the ripe old age of 48, I can promise you I have seen some shit go down. This one totally takes the cake for me, though. I was waiting out front of a truck stop back in the mid-'80s, sitting on a park bench with a guy that had a big Rottweiler kind of dog on a leash with him. I tried to make small talk, but he was quite a sourpuss, so we just sat in silence for a few minutes until the most unexpected thing I have ever seen happened right before my eyes. While we were sitting there, a big 18-wheeler pulls in without a trailer, so he parks right up front like a normal car would. Inside the cab of the truck with the driver is a little monkey. The dance for the organ grinder kind of monkey. I think they're called a rhesus monkey. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but rhesus, whatever. Well, the dog spots this little monkey and proceeds to go apeshit over it, lunging at the end of its leash, barking at the top of its lungs, generally making a real spectacle of himself, to say the least. The driver is obviously upset, but not nearly as much as the monkey is. Actually, upset may be the wrong adjective to use for the monkey, though. In retrospect, I think eagerly aggressive may be more appropriate description for his disposition. He was pacing the dashboard back and forth, never taking his eyes off this very aggravating dog. The driver opens his little triangle window, and they don't make on cars anymore. The ones that smokers had back in the day. He yells out to this douchebag to call his dog off because it's upsetting his monkey. The guy laughs and says, "No way. I told you he was a jerk, didn't I?" He says that his dog ain't bothering nobody. The dog hasn't shut up since he laid eyes on the monkey. I promise you, he is bothering everybody for several blocks around. Now, here's where things start to get interesting. The driver says that if he doesn't call his dog off, he's gonna let his monkey loose on that dog. Douchebag laughs and says that his dog would eat that monkey alive. Upon hearing this, the driver leans over and reaches into his glove box, pulls out one of those tiny little baseball bats like you used to get in Astroworld or carnivals, and places it in the monkey's hand. The monkey obviously knows what's about to go down because he is now trying to squeeze out of that little triangle window I mentioned earlier. This monkey had murder in his eyes if I have ever seen it. The driver hollers, "Last chance to save your dog's ass, man." In response, the douchebag lets his dog off the leash. Now we have a situation that has escalated to the point where we have a dog jumping up at the window, and a monkey screaming profanities right back at him. Well, the driver finally rolls down the regular window, and out leaps all kinds of miniature primate hell. The dog never knew what hit him. Quick as flash, this monkey is riding on the back of this dog's neck. His two back feet are wrapped around his neck, and one hand is hanging onto his ear. The other hand, as you may have guessed, is now steadily and mercilessly raining down blows about this dog's head and face. I mean hard blows. You can hear them. Whap, whap, whap. Well, it only took a moment for the dog to realize he was way over in his head. He bolts yelping bloody murder as he runs away at full speed. I mean, this dog is running so fucking hard. He's throwing up tufts of grass and dirt as soon as he leaves the pavement. The monkey's still riding him and beating on him the whole time. Douchebag acts like he wants to fight now, but several people, including myself, step in to stop that nonsense. In a couple of minutes or so, the little monkey comes lopping back, and with his little bat still in hand, he leaps into the still open window of the truck and awaits his master, who has gone into the store by now. That wanker ran off to try and find his dog, but I don't know if he ever did. My ride showed up and I had to go. Never again in this lifetime will I see something so totally crazy and unexpected like that. I am both fortunate and humble to have been so privileged to be in the presence of such an event. Yeah. So
I don't even know what to say. That's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
First of all, why does this guy have a fucking monkey?
Yeah, like obviously this was back in the 80s, because who the fuck has a monkey? That's definitely illegal.
And like, I would be scared of my dog fucking up the monkey.
Well, he said, "My dog's gonna eat your monkey." And the guy's like, "No, the fuck he ain't. My monkey has a bat."
My monkey has a fucking weapon. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah. Imagine seeing that in a parking lot. I'd be like, TikTok's
I wouldn't even be able to film it because I would just be like, mind blown. I'd be like, what the fuck is happening right now? Is this real life?
Who would you cheer on, the Rottweiler or the monkey?
See, I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I would cheer on the Rottweiler.
I was gonna say the Rottweiler too, because he doesn't have a bat.
No, exactly. You don't have a fucking weapon. I mean, he's
Like,
got his teeth, but so does the monkey.
and obviously the monkey and the truck driver have been through this before because he's like, here's your bat, guy. Like, go get him.
All right, grab your bat. It's time again.
I'm going to go get some skills. You take care of this shit.
All right, you know the fucking drill, monkey.
Monkey.
I wish they said the monkey's name. That would be even better. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay, today I fucked up by innocently, I don't know why I can't say that word ever. Today I fucked up by innocently giving away worn underwear. This happened in the early 2000s when I was about 17. I come from a very small town where it was nothing out of the usual to give away your used clothing to family and neighbors. For children, this also extended to socks and underwear. I remember that I always got my cousin's underpants when she grew out of them until I was at least 12. So when I was older, I went to sell my used clothes on a flea market and took some bras and obviously perfectly clean panties I grew out of to put in a free to take box under the table. Due to my age and upbringing, I had absolutely no clue that panty sniffing was a thing.
Oh, God. I didn't see where this is going.
An elder gentleman approached the table and asked me about the panties. I very eagerly told him that yes, I wore them myself and my age and so on. In my innocent mind, I thought he wanted them for his grandchildren and was asking about my age to measure the sizing. He then proceeded to actually sniff them, which I took as a measure of cleanliness.
No.
He asked if he could take all
At
of
the flea
them.
market, he's like, I gotta test them first. See if they stink enough.
Oh my, gross. Where was I? Fuck. He asked if he could take all of them and went off with the whole box. Even though I found him very weird and didn't like the interaction with him, I was very proud of myself and happy that I did such a good deed.
And now I sell panties on the internet for a living.
It took years for me to realize that I supplied a pervy older guy with a huge supply of worn adolescent panties.
Ew, adolescent. Yeah. That's disgusting.
Somebody's comment is, the audacity of that guy to sniff them right in front of you. It's like taking a screenshot.
Did he need to do that? He was going to take them anyway.
Yeah, why not just take them and sniff them at home? Why did he got to do
like,
that in front of it?
I needed to sniff while I was looking at your face.
Oh, true. Ew. That's exactly what he was doing. Ugh. Gross.
That is nasty. Are there any comments for that?
Another
so
one is
curious.
The scent that locks image into the spank bank.
Ew. See, he needed to look at her face. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Gross. Gross. Yeah. If I didn't find it so gross, it is a good way to make money.
Dude, like...
Sorry, Mom.
I've done it. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, what? Why am I just hearing about this now?
How do you think I paid for this damn house, Savannah?
I knew it.
Kidding.
I fucking knew it. But yeah, so that was...
That's disgusting. And also, I've never gotten underwear as hand-me-downs. Just saying that now.
I don't think I have either. That's kind of gross.
But I've gotten bathing suits.
I guess it's kind of the same thing, sort of.
Is it, though?
I don't know.
Is it?
Is it?
I don't think so.
But, like,
is it?
You know what, though? Another thing, too. If I was her, the second I saw him sniffing those underwear, I would have snatched that from his fucking hand so quickly and not given him a single pair.
You know what? I might be like her and like naively think like he's getting them for his grandchildren, because I can be so dumb with social cues like that. Like, I won't know someone's being creepy. at all.
No.
I'd be like, he's so nice.
He's such a nice grandpa. Wow.
He said I could live in his basement rent-free. Only one chain.
Only one chain. Oh my god.
It would take you telling me, like, girl, he wants to kidnap you. I'd be like, oh.
Right. Didn't see that one coming.
Now that's some hot tea.
Oh my god.
Anyway, side note, my Lego cup.
I love it. It's cute. From afar, it literally looks like a guy, like a construction guy climbing a building.
No, he's an alien with some ginger hair.
Interesting.
Yes. Amazon. Anyway. So my last story?
Yeah.
This is my last story? Shit, girl. My last story is from True Off My Chest.
Ooh.
My fiance was concerned with my bowel movements. Same.
Mm-hmm.
My fiance sat me down the other night. We have been together for 3 years, living together for 2. He asked if I poop at work. I laughed because I didn't think he was being serious, but he told me he was. I said, yeah, and he asked me how many times. I told him, I don't know, maybe once, maybe none. He said he's concerned because I don't poop at our house and that it's not healthy. He wants me to go get checked by a doctor. I told him I poop at home all the time, sometimes with him in the next room. He said, and I quote, "You're lying because I'll go right in after you and it doesn't smell and there isn't even a skid mark." I'm losing it at this point, trying to stop myself laughing. I reminded him I haven't had a gallbladder since I was 14. I told him I was so self-conscious pooping at school, I learned tricks not to make it as bad. I would put down toilet paper to help reduce the chance of a skid mark, and even spray perfume. Now I use poopery. That night, I didn't do anything to cover up the smell, and he said he was sorry he got concerned, but it was still sweet and no doubt uncomfortable for him to bring it up. Today, I got a text from him. The skid mark trick works. Thank you, and I love you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so,
That's all I have to say. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say too. It's funny that he tried the skid mark trick. So the first comment says, I use the same trick with toilet paper in public bathrooms. My ex called it the fireman's blanket.
That is so weird.
Uh,
Who cares if you leave a skid mark in a public bathroom? You don't have to deal with it. I know that sounds bad, but like...
You know what? I had such bad poo anxiety when I went to school because there would always be someone else in the bathroom and I would be having an IBS attack, which, as you know, you're pretty much dying in the stall, like sweating, in pain, making noise out of your ass.
Making noise.
So I would, when I was pooing, I would do like multiple flushes.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah. They're called courtesy flushes.
Mm-hmm.
Someone says, when I nannied, one of my kids called it a mercy flush. Yeah. So, what a nice fiance for worrying about how many times she poos. Oh my God. Someone says it's called the plopper stopper.
Excuse my dog's barking in the background. Here we go. Worse than children, I swear to God. Okay.
Shit, I gotta find my fact. Sorry. Oh, found
my
it.
God.
I just kept scrolling past the link. I was like, where is it? Okay, I got mine. You go first. What's your funny fact?
Hey,
Or your
it's not a funny fact. It's about space.
Oh.
I don't
your
know if a
fun
lot of
fact.
people know this actually, but I didn't know this. That 1 million Earths can fit inside the sun. Did you know that? I'm assuming by
I
your
did
face
not.
you did not.
Wow.
1
I thought the sun was
million
like
Earths.
this big.
What, the size
I'm
of
kidding.
a fucking Brussels sprout?
Yeah, looks like that.
Yeah, from
No,
far
that's
away.
cool. It must be fucking far then, because a million Earths. Jesus.
Yeah, and then there's another one about the sun. The sun's mass takes up 99.86% of the solar system.
The sun's
mass
takes up 99%.
99.86% of the solar system.
Seriously. Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know
fucked,
that.
eh?
Doesn't feel like that here in good old Canada.
Oh my God. Sneeze came out of nowhere. What'd you say?
I said, doesn't feel like that because it's so fucking cold here.
I know.
We're in the Great White North.
What?
That was the cutest sneeze.
Oh my God, thanks. So cute.
I made myself cringe. Okay.
You make me cringe all the time. It's nothing new.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I have a good fact.
Okay, what is it?
It's about tattoos.
Oh.
So, where you get tattoos can have a meaning to them. Really cool. So, on your face could mean that you're bold, proud, and willing to attract attention. On your neck, it could mean that you're tough and proud, and courageous. On your ears, it can mean that you're discreet and free-spirited. On your chest, it can mean love, importance, and romance. On your rib cage, it can mean brave, strong, and artistic. On your back, it could mean confidence and sensitivity for girls, and appearance for guys. On your arms, it can mean, if you have a full sleeve, it can mean that you're bold. If you have a half sleeve, it can mean that you're balanced. On your forearms, it can be confidence, strength, and toughness. On your fingers, it could be bold and courageous. Wrists, it could be hiding scars and reflecting on the past. Thighs could be a sentimental value. Calves could be pride. Feet could be mysterious, discreet, introverted. Ankles can be discreet and honoring somebody.
Huh.
Yeah,
I did not
so
know that.
a lot of
That's
them
actually
said
really
courageous
cool.
because I'm assuming like to get jabbed a million times, you gotta be
Yeah,
fucking courageous, but
yeah.
like kind of cool.
I like that though. That was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that is my fun effect.
I like the part about the neck because I want to get my neck done.
What was
it
the
again?
neck again?
Bold.
Tough.
Tough.
Tough and proud for the front. Discreet for the nape. What's the nape?
Nape?
Nape. That's probably the side.
Maybe, yeah.
And courageous on the back. So you're thinking about getting it on the front?
Mm-hmm.
So tough and proud.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that fact. That was good.
I'm kind of sad that it doesn't say knee because that's my next one, and I heard that that's a doozy, getting your knee tattooed.
Okay, I'll just make one for you. Ballsy.
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 Fucking idiot.
Fucking dumbass.
Why the fuck would you do that? Red flag.
What are you getting on your knee?
The flowers I sent you, like on the side of my knee.
Oh, so it's not like directly on your kneecap.
No, like part of the leaves are a little bit, but it's more on the side of the knee. I think they're called perennials. I forget what they're called. I could be wrong. I think
I can't help
perennials
you.
are actually a type of plant that regrows every year without having to replant it.
I can't
like
help you with
tulips.
that because I have no idea.
It starts with a P, and it's not paninis. So believe that. That's what keeps coming to my mind. It's like paninis. I'm like, no, it's not paninis.
Paninis.
Shut the fuck up.
Paninis is a sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, so
That was good.
that is the fact of the week.
Good shit, good shit. I like it.
Good shit. Yes. So if you liked our episode, come join us on TikTok, Instagram.
Show us some fucking love, support.
Yeah. Yep. Comment, rate us. 5-star only. If you're less than 5-star, don't rate.
Don't be a douchebag. You know?
Talking to you, Tammy. Kidding.
She'd be like, what the fuck did I do?
Did she rate us yet?
I don't know. Probably not. You know
That's
what?
what she did.
Fuck you.
All right.
I wasn't expecting that.
Sorry, Tammy. See you next week.
Sorry, no hard feelings. See you next episode.
Bye.
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 Bye. See ya. Hey.